It's been all about offense for the Twins so far in this series. A .410 average, 32 runs scored. They set a target field record with 20 here in the series opener Friday night, followed it up with 12 earlier today in the first game of a doubleheader. But tonight they will face longtime Tiger ace Justin Verlander, 9-1 in his last 13 starts against the Twins with an ERA of just over 2. Meanwhile, the Twins will hand the ball to rookie right-hander Trevor May, who makes his third big league start. In the first 2+1 relief appearance, 13 walks and only 3 strikeouts in 9 innings pitched. He's trying to earn his first major league win. I'm Anthony LaPanta at Target Field as the Twins go for the sweep against the 3-time defending AL Central champions, the Detroit Tigers. Minnesota looking to make it back-to-back wins in the doubleheader and 3 in a row in this series. Earlier today, it was offense again for the Twins. Joe Mauer had a big day with a couple of hits and 3 runs batted in. Mauer's hit in 22 of his last 24 games and has driven in 22 runs over that stretch, 6 in this series. Jordan Schaefer had one of the 2 triples for the Twins in this game. A bases clearing job in the second, part of a 6-run second inning that broke it open for Minnesota. And how about Kenny Vargas? 2 doubles for the second consecutive game, a career-high 5 RBI. Only 2 rookies have driven in more runs in a game this season. Ryan Presley came on in relief behind starter and winner Johan Pino with 2 scoreless innings, and Minnesota rolled to a 12-4 win that gives them the opportunity to sweep the doubleheader here tonight. Up next, the Minnesota offense against Justin Verlander, and more on Kenny Vargas, who's been one of baseball's best this month.
Sports North is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. By Budweiser. Great times are waiting. Grab some buds. By Dodge. Hurry in and get a great deal during the Dodge Summer Clearance event. And by Samuel Adams, for the love of beer. Kenny Vargas and the Twins will hope to make it 3 in a row over the Detroit Tigers, and Vargas instrumental in the win this afternoon. He's been instrumental in a lot of things for the last 3 weeks for the Twins. 22 runs batted in his first 21 major league games. And a good Saturday evening to you from Target Field. Dick Raymer along with Bert Blyleven. Kenny Vargas has become kind of the talk of the Twins. A slugger, a switch hitter, power from both sides of the plate. And sometimes when you take a glimpse of the future, it's a little frustrating this time of the year. I don't think Twins fans are complaining at all.
No, not at all. When you look at this young man, only 24 years old from Puerto Rico, you know, he's making the jump from Double-A. Twins did not know how he would do at the major league level, but the numbers have spoken for themselves. My goodness, 4 home runs in 21 ball games, the high average, and the biggest thing, he is driving in runs, not only with base hits, but extra base hits.
He was the first baseman this afternoon. He's in the lineup tonight as the designated hitter, as the Twins hope to continue to score a lot of runs against the Tigers. Sends one out. I think he just drove out of the ball. Lofted to deep right field.
And back-to-back days for Arcia hitting home runs.
Scored a dozen this afternoon without Arcia in the lineup. He had a little medical situation regarding his infant son. Everything is fine, and he's on his way out to right field now, with the Twins hoping to make it 3 in a row over Brad Ausmus and the Tigers, who came in here struggling a little bit. They had lost first place to the Kansas City Royals, and frankly put, they've looked terrible in the first 2 games.
Yeah, the pitching usually dictates how you're going to play, and the first 2 games not so good as far as the starters.
The Menards batting order for the Tigers in game 3. Ian Kinsler, Torrey Hunter, Miguel Cabrera, Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez, Nick Castellanos, Brian Holiday, Eugenio Suarez, and Rajay Davis.
And for the first time in his young career, Trevor May will face the Detroit Tigers for the first time. And if he wears a Twins uniform, he'll be seeing a lot of the Detroit Tigers. So hopefully the first step is a good step, making his third major league start, his fourth appearance, his second here at Target Field.
Oakland for defense for the Twins. Jordan Schaefer providing some speed in left field. Danny Santana speed in center. Oswaldo Arcia back in right field. Chris Parmelee played there this afternoon. Plouffe and Escobar left side of the infield. Dozier Mauer right side, and Kurt Suzuki behind the plate. Chris Guccione, the home plate umpire for tonight's game, wasn't on the crew this afternoon. Eric Cooper, Tom Hallion, and Stu Sherwater, the base umpires.
Yeah, with the daylight doubleheader, usually the umpire behind home plate, whether game 1 or 2, gets at least one of the games off. And for Trevor May, this is a big start. The Twins have been scoring runs. It's important for him to do exactly what he did in that Kansas City game when he started the ball game off nicely. He walked Butler in the first inning. Gordon got a base hit. He worked out of it, threw 3 more shutout innings, and then kind of control was his issue in the 5th inning.
And it'll be Ian Kinsler to lead things off for the Tigers. They find themselves 3 games behind the Kansas City Royals, who are getting underway in Texas, or were, that game being delayed by weather. And here's the first pitch, fly ball to left. And Schaefer with the catch.
Kinsler, that type of hitter. He's going to swing hard and hope you throw a fastball the first pitch. He just got underneath that 2 games ago. He started this series off with a home run. So a good first out on 1 pitch for Trevor May.
Torrey Hunter getting a nice hand. Torrey didn't play this afternoon.
And he should here in Minnesota. A lot of good memories out of the person Torrey Hunter. 39 years old now, but still looks like he is 22 years old when he came up with the Twins.
1 strike from May. And a fastball up and in.
May has a good fastball. It's a matter of him just trusting and throwing it over. And don't try to be so fine, especially early in the ball game here, when your arm is a little bit stronger than it might be later in the ball game. So let it fly. Exactly what he did right there to Torrey. He trust his fastball, trust your defense, and believe that more of it, the power of positive thinking, that you're going to do well.
Off the plate.
A hard slider there by May.
2-2.
He has a fastball, 4-seamer, 2-seamers, got a curveball. Just saw the hard slider that missed, and a changeup.
Nice pickup by Plouffe. A hot 2-hopper. 2 down.
Jamie Hirsch was talking to Trevor May and talking about the mental part of the game. Sometimes, you start worrying about all the little things that maybe in your delivery. Let it fly. Get back to basics. What got you here? What got you to the big leagues? By being aggressive in the strike zone.
2 down, and now the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera. Cabrera and Victor Martinez switching spots in the field, with Cabrera the DH tonight, and Martinez taking over at first base.
Yeah, good hard breaking ball right there for strike 1.
And a high fastball gets him to chase.
Yeah, Dick, it's almost the same setup as the Twins right now with Joe Mauer and also Vargas, kind of switching off. Of course, Mauer playing more defense than Vargas. He did start in game 1, but with Cabrera, that little bit of a sore right ankle, it's been bothering him. So Martinez at first and Cabrera the designated hitter in game 2.
Maybe it's a function of relaxing. I don't believe we've seen Trevor May at 94 miles per hour like we saw on that last pitch.
He's letting it go.
Dribbler to third. Plenty of time for Plouffe. And a 1-2-3 first inning for Trevor May. Twins. They've won 3 in a row. Their longest winning streak is 4 wins in a row, and they've only done that once. Ron Gard and I are hoping that tonight's the night he can extend the winning streak to 4. The Menards batting order for the Twins: Danny Santana on top, Brian Dozier batting second, Joe Mauer, Kenny Vargas, Oswaldo Arcia, Trevor Plouffe, Kurt Suzuki, Eduardo Escobar, and Jordan Schaefer.
Let's take a look at a Mall of America on tonight's second game starter, and that being Justin Verlander. He's never been on a disabled list. A lot of people feel he came very close because in his last start about 10 days ago, he had some irritation in that right shoulder, missed a start. He's pitched well here at Target Field, and it's been a tough season. A lot of hits for Justin Verlander, a lot of walks, so it means a lot of base runners.
And a strike on the outside corner to Danny Santana.
Verlander making his 26th career start against the Twins. 14 wins, 8 losses in his career. Good changeup there. He has all 4 pitches. Outstanding changeup, along with a fastball that can sometimes go 92 to 97. They say he's not throwing 97 anymore, but excellent curveball if he can get it over, and the slider.
And Santana gets a piece of it.
Like another changeup.
Twins beat him earlier this year back in May in Detroit. Phil Hughes pitched a great ball game, and the Twins beat the Tigers and Verlander 2-1.
Back on May 9th in Detroit. The only start that Verlander has had so far this season against the Twins.
Popped up, short center. Suarez out, Davis in. And 1 down. Northland Ford defense for the Tigers. It's not been a strong suit for them this year. J.D. Martinez is in left. Rajay Davis replacing Austin Jackson in center. Torrey Hunter in right. Castellanos, Suarez, Kinsler, Martinez. Brian Holiday doing the catching in the nightcap. Alex Avila caught this afternoon.
You know what I found interesting about Justin Verlander is the opponents hitting against him. Right-handers are hitting .326 against Verlander, where left-handers are hitting only .231.
Now, why would that be?
Well, I asked that question to Jim Price, the radio analyst for the Detroit Tigers, former catcher, and he just said he's missing his spots. He's falling behind and having to come in with a fastball. His breaking ball to right-handers have not been as sharp to left-handers, where he can throw that curveball down and into lefties underneath their swing. He's missing with that pitch against righties.
1-1 to Dozier. 2-1.
He's been falling in these type counts and then thinking that his fastball is still at 96, 97. So they say right now, for a while, he's just been throwing the ball rather than pitching. He's made a lot of major league starts. Good little cutter right there in a fastball situation.
2-2.
147 major league wins for Verlander, former Cy Young Award winner. 88 losses.
3-2. Walks really haven't been a chronic problem. He's never walked more than 4 in a game, and even though his struggles have continued here, he's lost 4 of his last 6 decisions. It hasn't been because of walks. 3-2 to Dozier, who walked 3 times this afternoon. Fouled back.
Nice play by this young man who brought his glove just down to our right. Verlander came up in 2006 with the Tigers, actually 2005 for a couple starts, but his first full season 2006, and he won right off the get-go.
Popped up in foul ground. Martinez near the Twins dugout makes the catch, 2 down. And we'll bring up Joe Mauer. Tonight's Cold Hard Facts brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Look at Justin Verlander's season ERA over the last 5 years, and it's been trending not good this year.
No, 2006 American League Rookie of the Year. He won his Cy Young Award in 2011. And that's also the year he won the American League MVP, 6-time All-Star.
Coincidentally or not, his innings pitched numbers have gone down over that time, to the point where if he has 5 starts after today, he would need to average 7 innings in all 6 of his final starts just to get to 200 innings. Here's Mowers. Had pretty good success against Verlander over the years, and he takes strike 1 at the knees. Mauer 23 for 62, 3 home runs against the former Cy Young Award winner. Swing and a miss, 2 strikes.
That fastball at 91 miles an hour. You know, a couple, 3-4 years ago, he would start about like this, and then by the 7th, 8th inning, he'd be throwing 96, 97. They say that's not happening anymore, so he's going to have to become more of a pitcher.
And Mauer strikes out on 3 pitches, and Verlander, like May, has a 1-2-3 first inning.
For Minnesota to start the second, and I talked to another young Twins pitcher, Kyle Gibson, about Trevor May to get some insight on him, since Gibson was really in May's shoes last year as far as being the hot prospect with a ton of expectations. So Gibson said that he's offered some encouragement and advice, and they've talked about that fastball command being so essential for both he and Trevor May. And May also told me that he looks up to Kyle and is impressed with how he has developed over the past year or so. He said that he sees that for himself. That's a good guy to model, because obviously we've seen what Gibson can do, and it's very exciting to start thinking about the future rotation of a Gibson and a May and other young guys like that, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jamie. Actually, Gibson will be facing the Tigers tomorrow afternoon against Max Scherzer. I like the way that May went about his business in the first inning. Attacked the strike zone. 10 pitches, 7 for strikes, a couple ground ball outs, and a fly ball out.
Again, we related the story. Tony La Russa was with us the day that May made his debut in Oakland, and La Russa was very terse in his assessment, not specifically of May, but any young pitcher. He's saying if you can't throw 7 out of 10 pitches for strikes, you don't belong up here. And that's exactly what May did in the first inning.
Well, hopefully he improves. You know, that opening start that he had in Oakland, he walked 7 in 2 innings, and that's what Tony La Russa saw.
On the ground, a roller up the middle, and Martinez has a base hit. Victor Martinez has a base hit. Now J.D. Martinez will hit.
Victor Martinez having an outstanding year offensively. Came into today hitting .324 before game 1, which is 3rd best in the American League.
J.D. Martinez has been invaluable for the Tigers in a year where Miguel Cabrera's numbers are down in the power department. J.D. Martinez has provided some pop from left field. American League Player of the Month in June.
And this is a guy that was released by the Astros in spring training.
Low, ball one.
Was with the Astros for 3 seasons. A .250 career hitter coming into this year, 24 home runs. He's hit 17 already this year for the Tigers.
Missing again, 2-0.
That's that sinking 2-seam fastball, trying to get a ground ball here off the bat of Martinez. Kurt Suzuki working with May, now sitting on the little bit on the outer half of the plate. Good pitch.
And May hit the spot, 2-1.
May, 24 years old, came over to the Twins in the Ben Revere trade along with Vance Worley. That happening in December of 2012.
Now 3-1. The command issues for May really seem to be magnified when he pitches from the stretch. Giving up a leadoff hit here, and now 3-1 to the next batter.
There's really only one pitch he has to go back to right here, and that's that fastball down and away.
Right field. And trapped out there, blocked by Arcia. And the Tigers get a couple of hits here to start the second inning.
Well, 3-1, he left the pitch up, and Martinez hit it sharply, had a lot of backspin on it, almost like a topspin. And Arcia came in trying to make a great catch, and you can see a little bit of slippage right there, and Arcia going down, and luckily is able to keep the ball in his glove and keep Victor Martinez at second base.
I think if he hadn't slipped, very likely would have made the catch, but he did, and he didn't. First and second, nobody out, and here is Castellanos. Ball taken for ball one.
And those are the pitches you have to get over early in a count, or the Tigers are just going to be sitting on that fastball.
Eight pitches this inning, 3 for strikes, and 2 of those were hit for hits. Foul to the screen, 1-1.
And Castellanos was sitting on that fastball, even though it was middle in. He had a pretty big swing on it.
One and one to the Tiger third baseman. 1-2.
Castellanos just 22 years old. Last year a September call up for the Tigers. Drafted by the Tigers, their #1 pick back in 2010.
One and two. So far in the big leagues, May has gotten 30 outs and only 3 strikeouts. And he could use one here. It's a 2-2 count to Castellanos. Breaking ball lifted to left. And Schaefer with a running catch, 1 away. And bring up Holiday. Businesses of all sizes gain a competitive edge when they bring clients to a Twins game here at Target Field. You can take advantage of all Target Field has to offer before the season comes to an end. From private suites to special group seating, find out how to entertain your best customers and prospective clients here at America's Best Ballpark. Find out more at twinsbaseball.com/groups or call 800-33-TWINS. One down, Brian Holiday, the batter. May's gotten one ground ball double play. And another miss on the first pitch.
Holiday in his third season with the Tigers, a backup catcher to Alex Aviles, who caught game one.
1-0 to Holiday. And a strike, 1-1. Mentioned that May has just one ground ball double play so far here in the big leagues, and that's with all the base runners aboard. The two out there now bring the total to 28 men on base in a little more than 10 innings. Just off the outside corner. 2-1.
Not missing by much. Good fastball. Chris Guccione, that got the black. Oh yeah, I'm taking you down there to. There is a black on that plate. Might have to move some dirt, but there is.
Breaking ball missing the outside corner, and it's 3-1. No walks so far, but May fell behind Martinez. For that matter, he fell behind Victor Martinez and J.D. Martinez before giving up the base hits. 3-1. And a liner into center. Victor Martinez is going to be able to score on a little line drive single into short center, and the Tigers, with 3 hits, now have a 1-0 lead.
Well, Trevor May fell behind. He had to come in with a fastball like he did to Martinez. And Holiday ends up getting an RBI, his 12th of the year. So you don't get the breaking ball over consistently. They're going to sit on the fastball, and Holiday just hitting it softly into center field, and Victor Martinez scores the first run of the game.
And again on that pitch, the lack of command. Suzuki was set up outside. Pitch came over the inside corner. Suarez, the batter. And a first pitch strike. And now 2 strikes.
Suarez, 23 years old, from Venezuela, in his rookie season with the Tigers. 5 minor league seasons, .280 hitter in the minor leagues.
Breaking ball and a strikeout. Second out of the inning. And May, who's gotten some strikeouts with his changeup, went with the breaking ball to get the strikeout here in the second.
A good hard rotation on this breaking ball. In a good spot.
2 out, 2 on, and Rajai Davis for that. Breaking ball lifted foul over the Twins dugout.
Davis in his first season with the Tigers. 9th major league season with the Pirates, the Giants, the Oakland A's, the Blue Jays, and now in Detroit.
One strike to Davis. Sinker down and in. The 23rd pitch of this inning. And fastball cuts the plate in half.
Good fastball down there. You don't mind giving up a run to stay away from that multi-run inning. That's what happened to May in his last start. He had that 5th inning where he gave multi-runs to the Kansas City Royals. Gave up 3 runs in the 5th.
1-2. And a wild pitch. And 2 runners will move up. Trying to overcook a fastball.
First major league wild pitch for May.
And now suddenly with 2 men in scoring position, this becomes a little bit bigger at bat. 2-2 to the number 9 batter. Slow breaking ball lofted to right. Arcia comes in. 3 singles, the first run of the game to the Tigers.
At the State Fair, inside the food building, looking for more cool new options at the fair for you to enjoy. This one's a dandy. The Sausage Sisters have come up with something that I just love. It's called the chocolate salami dessert item, and even though it looks like a salami, it's all chocolate. It's an Italian dessert item, served on a cracker. You got your walnuts in there, deep, rich chocolate, and oh yeah, it's really good. Try it.
That man is enjoying the fair. Nice going, Kevin.
I don't think he's left. Kenny Vargas will lead off the second for the Twins. And he takes down and away, ball 1. Vargas, Oswaldo Arcia, and Trevor Plouffe to hit against Verlander here in the second inning. Verlander in his last start lasted just 1 inning, gave up 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 2 walks.
Yeah, that shoulder really bothered him, and he's threw a couple times on the side. He kind of gave the thumbs up to Brad Ausmus that he's ready for this start here tonight. You know, in the first inning, first game, Vargas had a great game. Drove in 5 runs. That's a career high for this young man right here. Only his 22nd major league game here in game 2. And facing a different type of pitcher than he did really in the first couple ball games against the Tigers. These are all new at-bats for Vargas against a very, very good pitcher in Verlander.
2-1. 3-1. I will say this, though. The most impressive game Vargas has had wasn't either of the first two against the Tigers. It was the final game against Corey Kluber and the Indians. Kluber pitching as well as anybody in the league right now. Vargas hit an opposite field home run and a double to left center in two of his 3 at-bats against Kluber. Flare to left, and that'll die for a base hit. Bring him on. Doesn't make any difference.
Well, Verlander fell behind and then came in with a fastball, and Vargas just fought it off. And in the first inning, I said Verlander now needs to become a pitcher. And take a look at his 3-1 fastball. And Vargas got the barrel of the bat out quickly and got it out front and hit it softly into left. What I meant is, here, you're talking about a great pitcher, Justin Verlander, already, you know, Cy Young Award winner. He's had a couple no-hitters. When you start losing your stuff a little bit, we talked about how, Dick, you mentioned the innings are starting to come down. You have to really concentrate locating the fastball. That's the key.
Garcia chases a 94 mile per hour heater.
Yeah, I mean, you can get away with that once in a while, but as the game goes on, you really have to hit your spots. And Verlander will learn that. He's pitched a lot of innings. This is his 10th season with the Tigers. He's won 10 or more ball games in 9 straight seasons.
Line drive, and Vargas is doubled off first. Kinsler caught the liner, and Vargas took one step, and that was too many.
Yeah, good play by Martinez over there, as that throw was on the outfield side, but he was able to keep his foot on the bag. Garcia waiting back nicely, hitting it back up the middle. You saw Martinez have to scoop that throw from Kinsler that wants to throw it up the line because of Vargas for the double play.
Oh, a single, a line out for a double play, and now Plouffe with the bases empty. Driven to right center field. And that's going to run the gap. Twins hitting Verlander hard here, and Plouffe checks in at second with a 2-out double. Vargas's base hit was a soft line drive, but the last 2 balls have been hit sharply.
Yeah, Arcia smacked that ball really well, but right at Kinsler to turn the double play. But here, Trevor Plouffe, Verlander's going to challenge him, and he does right here with a fastball. And credit Trevor Plouffe, doesn't try to pull it, just taking it the other way. Another double for Trevor Plouffe, now with 35 on the year. Miguel Cabrera leads the American League in doubles with 40.
This is just the 20th inning that the Twins have hit in this series, and they have 17 extra base hits, 10 doubles, 3 triples, and 4 home runs. Here's Suzuki to center, down for a hit. Plouffe will come around and score, and the Twins have tied it up. And Suzuki's swing made solid contact.
You know, a couple nights ago or last night when the Twins won 20-6, Suzuki took it 0 for 6. But here, you know, a new day. Fastball, not a lot of movement, outer half of the plate. And Suzuki driving it in the center, picking up his 50th RBI as Trevor Plouffe scores. With 2 outs, of course, Plouffe off with a crack of the bat.
Escobar swings and misses. Escobar has absolutely smoked Tiger pitching.
That base hit by Suzuki ended a little 0 for 18 little mini slump he was in.
Inside. Escobar today 3 for 5 this year against Detroit.
Escobar
is 16 for 32. A 500 batting average. You beat me to it.
Yes.
1-1. Twins answer off of Verlander with 3 hits.
A lot of things I learned from that California math. If I have $1 and I give 50 cents away, what do I have left?
Just 50 cents, but
right,
a friend. A friend. You've gained a friend. 2-1 to Escobar. Escobar in his career has hit his best against the Tigers. Tapper, foul, 2-2.
Well, Justin Verlander, over his career, this is his 26th major league start. His first 14 ball games, the Twins had some success against them, but over the last 14 starts against the Twins, he has had success against the Twins. 9-2, ERA under 2.
Amazing what's happened when you improve the supporting cast for a good pitcher, and the Tigers have certainly done that.
Also, you have to realize who Verlander faced in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
The Twins.
That's true.
Twins have had not the best of teams on the field.
2-2 to Escobar. Another foul. The approach against Verlander used to be, when he was, I think, admittedly a little immature out there, the Twins would try to ambush him. He would be brilliant for 4 or 5 innings, but the Twins remained confident that if they could have an inning like this, it would blow up in his face. And many times it did just that. 2-2 to Escobar. Full count with Schaefer on deck. Verlander struggling in his half of the second inning like May did in the top of this inning.
This will be pitch number 16 in this inning for Verlander.
Suzuki goes, and it's ball 4. He has retired just one of the 5 men he's faced here this inning. That was a line out for a double play.
Well, not missing by much. Verlander taking a changeup just on the outer half of the plate. Good eye by Escobar.
That's not on the black. That's not even on the gray.
No,
that's outside.
I never mentioned black.
Schaefer, in his first at bat this afternoon, hit a 3-run triple. Hitting .277 since the Twins picked him up on waivers from Atlanta.
3 doubles, a triple. He's driven in 5 runs.
Swing and a miss.
Verlander started him off with a changeup. Getting ahead. First pitch strikes, 8 of 9 so far for Justin Verlander. Schaefer has never faced Verlander.
Missing inside, 1-1. Verlander loses the baseball momentarily. What we used to see from Verlander is he would throw it at 97, 98 as hard as he could from the very beginning of the game. But what we saw over the last few years, a guy who would sit at 92, 93, and then in situations like this, men on base, the lead perhaps at stake or the game on the line, then he would dial it up to 97. But if you don't have that anymore, then a big part of your game has left you.
Again, that's why I said he's got to start becoming more of a pitcher by hitting his spots, especially down in the strike zone. That high fastball, it's going to straighten out, especially late in the game, the 4th, 5th inning, if you can't have that little extra on it.
Schaefer gets a piece. It's 1-2.
Changeup, fastball, changeup. Verlander ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Guy threw just 118 minor league innings. Called up late one year. Struggled, frankly. Had a tough time in a couple of starts for the Tigers, but then came back the next year and won 17 games. One and 2 to Jordan Schaefer. There's 95, but nowhere close to a strike.
When he won the Cy Young Award in 2011 and the American League MVP, he was 24-5 with the Tigers in 34 starts, an earned run average of 2.4. Pitched to 251 innings.
Fought off by Schaefer. Verlander now with 35 pitches. Time now to tweet a photo using hashtag #NorthFanPhoto for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast brought to you by AT&T. Schaefer battling Verlander. The Twins have tied it up here in the second, threatening to get more done. High fastball got him. Each team with 3 hits in the second inning. Each team with a run as we go to the third. Your link to what's next. By Northland Ford. Visit northlandford.com and your local Northland Ford dealers today. And by Grand Casino. The best stories start here. Tied at 1 going to the third inning. Each pitcher gave up 3 hits, left a couple of runners on. Trevor May hasn't walked anybody. He has fallen behind. But you look up at the board, 35 pitches, 21 strikes. And he'll face Kinsler, Hunter, and Cabrera in the Tiger third.
Yeah, so far so good for Trevor May. I think, 10 pitches in the first inning, 25 in the second. Now the top of the lineup will be facing May for the second time.
Twins wrap up this homestand tomorrow, an off day Monday. Then they open up a series in Kansas City. And it'll be on Fox Sports 1, coverage beginning at 6:30 Tuesday night. Streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Our last trip to Kansas City. Kinsler hit a fly ball to left his first time up.
Yeah, he jumped on that first fastball, just got underneath it to hit the fly ball out.
Kansas City and Texas are underway, 1 apiece, top of the third inning. There's strike 1. Another one hit to left center, deeper. Schaefer has it measured. 1 down. And May will take all of those he can get. And even though they've thumped the Tigers pretty soundly here in the first 2 games, they have not gotten effective nor deep starting pitching. Today, Johan Pino struggled to get through 5, and he got the win. Here's Hunter. Breaking ball lifted foul.
Torrey, 11 seasons with the Twins, 5 seasons with the Angels, now in his 2nd season with the Tigers.
On the ground and past Escobar into center field. 4th single for the Tigers.
Yeah, even at 39 years old, Torrey Hunter still with that quick bat. Taking that pitch right up the middle. Omar Vizquel whispering something to Torrey Hunter, the first base coach.
Here's Cabrera. Cabrera with a ground ball to Plouffe, his first time up. Strike one. For most of this run of success that the Tigers have had, it's been Verlander in the pitching department and Cabrera in the hitting department. And both players have had off years by the very high standards that they've set for themselves. Cabrera in the power department, just 17 home runs.
Yeah, that right ankle right now has been bothering him, and that's, you know, for a right-handed hitter, that's kind of your drive foot. So the power number's down, but the average still up. Hitting at 309.
There was some talk in Detroit that, similar to the Twins' move of Mauer to first base, that when Cabrera went back to first, the power numbers would even go up because of the less demanding defensive position. Close pitch taken for ball 2.
Yeah, but if you have a little nagging injury,
I know.
Cabrera's not going to be out of a ball game. I think he's missed 1 game this year. You know, he tries to play through it, any type of injury.
Two and one.
Over the last 10 seasons, he's missed only 47 games. So he is out there day in and day out. And again, that right ankle is your kind of your foundation of hitting for power, I would think.
At least that's what hitters have told you. You didn't find that to be your personal.
Why do they
experience.
always lean back on that right ankle?
Foul. Left the pitch up. Cabrera barely made contact. Torrey, you mentioned his years with the Angels. He was frustrated the team didn't get into the playoffs most of his tenure with the Angels. 2 and 2.
Bud Light line, the club ultra.
To left, Schaefer with the catch. It's nice having a left fielder out there that can cover some ground. Schaefer's been busy. He's caught some fairly well hit balls and turned them into 3 outs.
Yeah, that ball stayed up a little bit. Cabrera put a good swing on it. But the speed of Schaefer able to get over there. They're playing Cabrera about even up, and Schaefer has to hustle over to his right and get that ball. So a nice running catch.
Victor Martinez hit a sharp ground ball single up the middle and scored in the 2nd inning. Twins paying attention to little things too. There are big issues with May and his inability to throw strikes in his first 3 appearances, but
Torrey not the base stealer he once was.
But we've got all these base runners that May has allowed. Nobody's even tried to steal. So the little things like paying attention to runners and holding them and trying to control whatever running game the other team might have. There's a strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, one thing he has done a good job of is when he does come set, he doesn't just go home. He'll kind of change his how long he holds that ball before he does deliver toward home plate.
1 strike to Martinez. miss. Tigers were in St. Petersburg to tell the story about Martinez and how incredibly focused he is in his at-bats. And he hit a grand slam against the Rays, and he said he didn't realize it was a grand slam till he got to home plate and saw 3 teammates waiting for him. He was so locked in on the at-bat. At least he said he was oblivious to the fact that the bases were loaded. 2 strikes. Slow. Might have been a changeup, and it's taken 1 and 2.
Well, Martinez in his 4th season with the Tigers. He missed all of 2012 season. Torn ACL where he had 2 surgeries. Goes on his left knee.
Poke foul. May hasn't shown the ability to strike out hitters. It would seem unlikely he would strike out Martinez, who's among the toughest in the league to strike out.
Well, you look at May's minor league numbers, they are strikeout numbers. 772 innings in the minor leagues, 897 strikeouts.
Well, here so far, 11 2/3 innings and only 4 strikeouts.
Right.
1 and 2.
Torre with 4 stolen bases in 7 attempts. .193 career stolen bases for Torre.
One and 2 for the Tiger first baseman. Two and 2.
Yeah, this will be pitch number 50 for May, trying to get the final out here in the 3rd inning.
Deep drive to right, but it will be foul. Whatever that was, Martinez was waiting for it.
Well, it looked like a fastball in, and Martinez opened up and hit that ball foul a long way. 24 home runs, that leads the Tigers, and very quick inside, as you can see.
Body Spanish by Arcia.
15 of the 24 home runs hit as a left-handed hitter for Martinez.
Another 2-2. Breaking ball served to left. And Hunter's going to try for 3rd. Here's Schaefer's throw. Got him. It might be challenged. From up here, it looked like Torre got in under the tag. But he thought he caught Schaefer napping.
Yeah, Torre is not leaving the bag. Schaefer made a good throw, a quick tag by Trevor Plouffe.
I think he got in. Yep. So this inning will continue most certainly. Unless he came off the bag. Now that's something to watch too. He got to the bag and then his toe came off as the tag was applied. Or was it?
He kind of slid that toe right on the corner of the bag all the way from one side to the other.
See if the foot stays in contact with the base. Right now he's out. I don't think the 1 foot was off the bag, and Plouffe.
Right. If he kept the tag on him.
Right. So the initial safe call was correct, but then it looked like Hunter might have slid past the bag. Tom Hallion, the crew chief. And Hunter thought he saw Schaefer play it a little tentatively, and then Schaefer came up with a strong throw, and we'll see what the verdict is here.
Brad Ausmus, Gene Lamont. Gene Lamont, the bench coach for Brad Ausmus. Been around the game a long time. Here's with Jim Jim Leland for a long time. Headsets are coming off.
And they're calling him safe. And Martinez battling May. Got a breaking ball, and he just served it into left field. And you can see Schaefer did field it a little tentatively.
And that's what Torrey Hunter, when he rounded second base, he decided, you know what, I think I can run on him. And it was a good throw by Schaefer, but a little bit of hesitation allowed Torrey a couple extra steps.
If the throw had been a little bit lower, might have been the difference. At any rate, the inning continues. Fifth Tigers single. Here's J.D. Martinez, who singled his first time up against Trevor May. Blocked nicely by Suzuki.
As a player, I mean, a pitcher especially, you know, you think, hey, great throw, I'm out of the inning. You start halfway back to the dugout, and all of a sudden, uh-oh, here comes the review. You have to go back and regroup again.
Another one in the dirt. Again, blocked by Suzuki. May again was moving along, sailing along just fine against the Royals, but then his trouble began with 2 outs. Here a 2-out single by Victor Martinez. And a ticklish pitch here to J.D. Martinez. Base hit to left. And the 2-out troubles for May continue. And the Tigers get a 2-1 lead.
Well, second time in 2 at-bats against Martinez. He fell behind. J.D. Martinez got a base hit on a 3-1 pitch. Here a 2-0 pitch. That he's able to hit sharply through the infield. Torrey Hunter scoring. And Martinez picking up his 57th RBI. Third hit of the inning.
Extra base that Hunter took on the Victor Martinez single led to a run. And on Nick Castellanos. Fouled away, 1 strike. Castellanos lined out to Schaefer, his first time up. And another foul with a 92-mile-per-hour fastball. May ahead of Castellanos 0-2. Down and away.
Well, you want to stay away from innings like this. Only 10 pitches used in that first inning, 25 in the second, and so far 22 used here in the third inning by May.
And a breaking ball gets another strikeout. Tigers got 3 singles and a run in the second, 3 singles and another run in the third.
Nothing lead, top of the second inning. Brian Holiday with an RBI single, but the Twins came right back and tied it. An RBI single by Kurt Suzuki. But the Tigers take a 2-1 lead. J.D. Martinez driving in Torrey Hunter for a 2-1 lead.
One of the things the Twins used to do to kind of get under Verlander's skin was bunt on him. And they had the perfect guy to do it, Carlos Gomez. He would bunt on anybody at any time in any situation. But we'll see whether Santana might consider that here, leading off the third inning, and Castellanos in on the edge of the grass. Bunted foul, strike.
Well, with Victor Martinez playing it deep first, this is where Santana would probably be better suited to take the ball with him if he can, to hit it towards second base Kinsler. Because of the third baseman in on the grass.
Santana punches one to left center. He's got a base hit.
Why bunt where you can do that?
And Santana with a big turn. And he nearly tried to take advantage of Davis, as Hunter did on Schaefer. It's a leadoff single.
Tell you what, the more and more we see Danny Santana, he's just a good hitter. I mean, not a bad pitch right here, but boy, he just utilizes, look at that. Just kind of dropping the barrel of a bat, hitting it softly into left field.
Brian Dozier fouled out to Victor Martinez. Twins with 4 quick hits against Verlander. Strike one. Twins tonight are 4 for 9 against Justin Verlander. Hitting .410 in this series coming into the game. Santana gets back.
Been 9 stolen bases against Verlander in 13 attempts. He's had 12 double plays turned behind him. Santana with 12 stolen bases in 15 attempts.
Taken low, 1-1. Twins are now 29-35 at home, 29-35 on the road. Two and 1. 34 games left, counting tonight. And it's not a magic number or anything, but if the Twins can simply play .500 baseball from here on out, that gets them to 75 wins. Two and 1 to Dozier. Fouled away. Rogers had some success against Verlander. 3 hits, 12 at bats, couple of walks. Trying to get aboard here to set up the middle of the lineup. It's happened quite often in this series so far. 3 and 2.
Now Santana, Paul Molitor looking over at Scotty Alger, the third base coach. Seeing if Santana will take off here. I say he's going.
There he goes. And it's ball 4. So Dozier takes a walk. And Santana advances first and second, nobody out for Joe Mauer.
Second walk for Verlander.
See what the Twins have done in August. It started by bludgeoning the White Sox pitching staff in Chicago. And bludgeoning's a pretty accurate word for what's happened in this series.
Well, you like to see the home runs right there. Of course, the 20 runs last night, the 12. We'll get that runs per game up, but the home runs. Very nice.
We'll see what Mauer can get done here. Some speed on the bases. First and second, nobody out. He's hitting the 25 home runs in just 21 games. Swing and a miss. Joe swung and missed twice in his first inning strikeout. He's had the most experience and the most success against Verlander. 23 for 63 with 3 home runs. Two strikes. Dozier at first. Santana now begins his lead off of second. Oh and 2. Verlander against Mauer. Base hit center field. Santana will score. Dozier to third. Mauer to second with a double. And the Twins very quickly have tied it up for the second time against Justin Verlander.
On an 0-2 pitch, it looked like he came back with a changeup, and Mauer went down to hit it sharply in the right center.
And then alertly scampered to second base.
See the changeup right there. Jones just dropping a barrel of bat. Driving in a run, his 39th of the year as Santana scores.
And Dozier scampering to third, but more impressively Mauer galloping to second.
Yeah, good hustle double right there by Mauer.
Now Vargas.
His 22nd of the year.
Vargas punched a single to left in his first ever at bat against Verlander. Strike at the knees. Vargas hitting as a right-handed batter this afternoon. Had 3 productive plate appearances to the opposite field. And an opposite field single as a lefty in his first at bat tonight. 1-1. Quick look at our Carsoup.com trivia question. Who holds the Twins rookie record for RBI in a season? Vargas has no chance of doing that. One and one. And now 1-2.
Well, Twins have had some rookies of the year.
First was Tony Oliva. He might be the answer. Twins haven't seen a rookie produce runs like this since April of this year. And Chris Colabello was the Co-American League Player of the Month. Now Colabello technically was not a rookie. He had enough at bats last year, but starting the year with the big league club for the first time, and he drove in 27 runs in a month.
I got to throw a name out there, Marty Forgoba now. Rookie of the year for the Twins.
1-2. Verlander to Vargas. Struck him out. One down, and that'll bring up Arcia.
A big strikeout for Verlander. He went to the curveball, and Vargas swung through it. Strikeout number 3 in the ballgame for Verlander.
Arcia lined into a double play his first time up against Verlander. Twins need to get something in the outfield here to get Dozier in from third. Big strikeout of Vargas only if Arcia doesn't have a productive at bat here. Got a pitch to hit and fouled it. 1 strike.
That changeup right there.
Looked like he was waiting for it. One strike. He's blocked by Holiday, 1-1.
Verlander working out of the windup here with one out. Good speed and Dozier at third, so he'll get that little extra lead in case if a ball is hit somewhere in the infield. He might be able to score. Middle infielders playing back.
In tight, 2-1. And now Verlander's pitch count running up to 54. Only one out here in the third. Up there again, and Arcia swung through it, 2-2.
Good fastball, good location right there. Just above the swing of Arcia.
Two and two.
I'm going to guess he's going to try it again.
Got up.
And he did.
Went up a little bit higher. 2 down.
So Tom Bernansky was working on. You see the hands drop right there, so it's hard for Arcia to catch back up with that fastball, especially if it's got a little giddy up at about 93, 94.
Plouffe drove a double to right center field his first at bat. Twins need a pick-me-up here. They've had some inexperienced hitters exposed by Verlander for a couple of strikeouts.
Well, Trevor Plouffe swung at the first pitch. It was a fastball. That fastball up.
A high foul fly, 1-1. Plouffe's double, just his 5th hit in 29 at bats against Verlander. Inning started with a Santana single, Dozier walk, Mauer double to tie the game at 2. Verlander trying to buckle down and keep this a 2-2 game. Down the line, a base hit, another double for Plouffe, and the Twins take a 2-run lead.
Well, he left the ball up. Plouffe able to get the barrel of the bat out and line it into that left field corner. Dozier and Mauer score. I like a little spinner right there, but it spun right into that barrel of the bat of Plouffe.
Plouffe now with 65 runs batted in, and the Twins hit their 11th double in this series. Suzuki tied the game at 1 with a single, a 2-out single in the second, and it was Suzuki's 2-run single that beat Verlander in Detroit back in May. Twins won a 2-1 ball game, and Suzuki got the big 2-run single to get it done. Strike one. Picked a good time to pick up his first hit of the series after, as Bert mentioned before, the 0 for 6 last night. High, 1-1.
You know, I look at Verlander coming in, 10 wins, 11 losses, 159 innings pitched, and 171 hits coming into the ballgame. And that's not Verlander. You know, you talked about, yeah, the walks are okay. He'll average about 3 walks per 9. But over his career, he has given up every season less hits to innings pitched.
Outside 2-1.
I know myself as a pitcher, if I pitch 200 innings, I want to give up 200 or less hits. It's one thing I always tried to look at was innings pitched and then hits. Last year, 118 innings pitched for Verlander, 212 hits allowed.
2-1 to Suzuki. Called strike 2 years ago. Verlander went 17-8 and an ERA of 2.64. He enters this game tonight with a season ERA of more than 2 runs better than that of 2 years ago. And the ERA hasn't gone down tonight. With 4 earned runs already.
But what I'm saying, even that year, 239 innings, 192 hits allowed.
And Suzuki strikes out. But the Twins get a big 2-out double from Trevor Plouffe and score 3 in the third. They took the second lead, but the Twins took the third lead. It's a 2-run lead for the Twins as we head to the 4th inning. No matter the occasion, Target Field is the Twins territory headquarters to entertain groups of 25 or more. It might be a family celebration, a church outing, or an event to raise funds for your organization. Simply reserve your best guess number of seats. Pay only for those you need when the time comes. Find out more. Go to twinsbaseball.com or call 1-800-33-TWINS.
Let's see if Trevor May can have a clean 4th like he did in the first inning. 10 pitches in the first, 25 in the second, 23 in the third. Total of 58 right now for Trevor May, which just gave him a 2-run lead. And he will face Brian Holiday, Eugenio Suarez, and Rajai Davis, bottom third of the Tiger lineup. Yeah, Holiday knocked in the first run for the Tigers in the second inning with an RBI single. Down and away, ball 1. Hasn't been clean for May. 3 singles and a run allowed in the second, 3 singles and a run allowed in the third. 1-0. And a strike. Popped up. Mauer across the line now with the catch, 1 down. And it'll bring up Suarez.
Suarez struck out against Trevor May.
One of 2 strikeouts that May has had so far. No walks for May.
Check swing and a foul. Kansas City leading Texas 2-1 in the 5th. A breaking ball misses inside, 1-1. On the outside corner, 2-2.
Suarez started at AAA Toledo for the Detroit Tigers, called up on June 4th.
Now up high, 3-2. May has gotten 10 outs. He has not walked the batter. He has given up the 6 singles. He throws a strike and gets a foul ball. At the knees, a called 3rd strike, 2 down.
Looked like a 2-seamer that just ran down and in. And Suzuki, who was sitting outside, able to hold it. It's a fastball for strike 3. So 3rd strikeout for May.
2 down and now Rajai Davis. They had a 1-2-3 first inning. Handed a lead. He'd love to have a 1-2-3 4th, and there's strike 1. Strike 2. And a foul ball.
I like to see what he's doing right now. Just go ahead and let it fly. And I think Suzuki feels it too.
Breaking ball popped up to short right. Dozier out. And a 1-2-3 4th for Trevor May. Stay tuned for this important message from Mesh Betcher and Spence. Feed my starving children. You can pack meals at the Coon Rapids and Eagan locations between now and August 31st, or the Chanhassen location between now and September 12th. And while you're there, register for a chance to win admission for 2 to a Twins game and ride in style on the Fox Sports North Fan Express. Twins in front, trying to make it 4 in a row, 4 wins in a row after beating the Indians in the final game of the series.
Yeah, Verlander, who missed his last start because of a little bit of inflamed right shoulder, already a lot of pitches, 64 pitches in 3 innings.
Down and in to Escobar. Drew a walk his first time up. Escobar, Schaefer, and Santana. Foul into the seats. Doesn't make any difference how good a team is, or for that matter, how good a pitcher is. It seems like there's one guy on every team that's just a pain in the neck. And Escobar's that guy for the Tigers, at least this year, hitting .500 against them. Fly ball to center. This should be an out. Davis with the catch, one away. And that'll bring up Jordan Schaefer. Tim Laudner was telling a story about Twins days in the early 80s when one of the nastiest pitchers in the American League was Dave Steed of the Toronto Blue Jays. He had just a lights out slider.
Yes,
he could not get Houston Jimenez out. Now Jimenez hit about 215 for the Twins when he was with them as their diminutive shortstop, and he would rake against Dave Steed. Schaefer bunts it, foul.
You know what happens sometimes against hitters like that, and I had guys same thing, that you just don't feel comfortable with. You try to make that perfect pitch, and all of a sudden you find yourself 2-1, 3-1. Okay, well, he's hitting low in the lineup. You have to make him swing the bat, and sure he did.
Strike to Schaefer. Castellanos at third in on the grass. That last bunt was directed toward first base. A little nubber. Verlander fields his position well and fires to first. 2 down.
Cleveland had a little second baseman, Jack Brohammer, that I just, for some reason, had trouble with. And he always hit, 7, 8, 9 in the lineup.
Danny Santana started the 3-run third with a single to left center.
Both starters kind of following each other. May had a 1-2-3 inning in the first, then a 1-2-3 in the fourth. Verlander a 1-2-3 in the first, struggle in the second and the third, and looking for a 1-2-3 inning here in the fourth.
Since I brought it up, I had to look it up. Jimenez hit 174 in 1983 and 201 in 1984. He got 60 hits. It seemed like half of them were against one of the best pitchers in the game. Drilled to center. This could be interesting. All the way to the wall. Santana tripled this afternoon. He's got another one here tonight. A 2-out triple, the 4th triple for the Twins in this series.
And triple number 6 on the year for Santana. Fastball right there. Santana giving it a ride. Davis shading him a little bit to left center. And it got past the speedy Davis in center field. So it's a 2-out triple for Santana. And his second hit.
The 20th extra base hit for the Twins in this series. And now Dozier, who walked and scored his last time up, squaring to bunt with Castellanos playing 2/3 of the way back on the skin of the infield at third base. 1 strike. Seven hits for the Twins already against Verlander. popped up down the right field line. Long run for Kinsler. And in foul ground, he makes the grab, and Santana left at third base. Kickstart fans of the game, hoping the Twins can continue to mash as they have against this Tiger pitching staff, leading Justin Verlander tonight 4-2, out hitting the Tigers 7-6.
Young ladies enjoying the ball game. Trevor May starting his 5th inning, 72 pitches, 47 for strikes.
And it rolling this far against the Kansas City Royals, and then it all kind of fell apart. After 2 were out, 3 walks, 3 hits, and he was knocked out of the game. See how he fares here. He had a 1-2-3 4th, but that was against the bottom 3 hitters in the Tiger lineup. Here in the 5th, he'll face Kinsler, Hunter, and Cabrera. Pitch tracks presented by Dodge.
Well, he had a 1-2-3 inning against the top 3 in the 1st inning. Let's do it again.
Breaking ball over, strike 1. Johan Pino this afternoon fared okay through the first 2 trips through the batting order, but it was the 3rd time that really gave him fits. Good base hit for Kinsler. Another single for the Tigers. That'll bring up Hunter with a man aboard.
Yeah, he left a pitch right in that hit zone right there, and Kinsler taking it right back up the middle. 7th hit for the Tigers, so hits are even at 7 apiece.
Hunter singled and scored. Scampered from 1st to 3rd on a single to left, which was a very alert base running play. And again, May conscious of the speed at first. All the base runners that he's dealt with, and still just the 1 ground ball double play. I think what we've seen, Trevor May's more of a fly ball pitcher than a ground ball pitcher.
Yeah, 7 fly ball outs so far, only 2 ground ball outs, and both of them coming in the 1st inning.
High, ball 1.
He really got underneath that fastball, and as you start to get higher in the pitch count, which is 75 right now, you have to really concentrate on working out front and keeping that ball down in the zone. Lead with your fingers over the ball, not underneath it.
Step off.
Pitchers always talk about that downward plane. That's what you want to create, that angle toward the catcher's glove. And May at 6'5" can create that, just like Kyle Gibson, tomorrow's starter, when he can throw that good sinker down.
Breaking ball hits the corner.
Watch out front. See the arm coming through on the breaking ball.
But then even in slow motion you can tell how quick he is to home plate. That's why no one's tried to steal against him. Fly ball down the left field line, chased by Schaefer and into the seats. And then back out. 1-2. Hits are even at 7 apiece. Twins have mixed in a few extra base hits. 3 doubles and a triple. All the Detroit hits have been singles. Wilson moved first. Innings kind of been Detroit's inning. They've done quite well in the 5th in the first 2 games of this series.
Keeping an eye on Kinsler. 13 stolen bases on the year.
One and 2 to Hunter. Lace to right center field. Arcia will try to take it down. He cuts it off in the gap. Here's his throw to second base, and he's held Hunter to a single. Good play by Arcia in right center field, going into a slide to keep the tying run at first rather than second.
Yeah, and it would have put Torrey Hunter at second base for sure. Arcia sliding, making a nice play. Torrey taking that pitch the other way, his second hit of the ball game. Suzuki again wanting that ball away, and that ball came over the plate. And Arcia sliding, getting it, knocking it down, getting it back in quickly. And Torrey thought about it and then put on the brakes and got back to first.
The 5th inning starts with a pair of singles. Here's Cabrera. Double play grounder. 6-4. Mauer with the dig. No run batted in for Cabrera. A run scores. It's 4-3.
That's a big double play right there. The first turn, the second turn behind May.
It's all set up by Arcia. If he doesn't make that sliding play in the gap, the double play is not in order.
Escobar to Dozier, and then Mauer getting the one hop to complete the double play. Torrey going in hard.
An off balance throw by Dozier. Base is empty, 2 down, and here's Victor Martinez, a pair of singles against May already. Off speed pitch over for a called strike.
He took something off the curveball right there.
Kansas City leading Texas 4-1 in the 6th. Fouled away, 2 strikes. Martinez was in this count in his 3rd inning at bat, and then there was a foul ball and a couple of pitches out of the strike zone and another foul ball or 2, and then May tried to throw him a curve, and Martinez just softly planted it in left field for his second base hit. Up and away.
Good strike to ball ratio, 55 strikes, 27 balls thrown.
Popped up center field. Santana coming in. 1 run for the Tigers, no more, because Oswaldo Arcia made a fine play in the outfield that directly led to a double play.
Circle with Jessica and Taylor, a couple of young lovebirds who had their very first date here at Target Field, and it worked, right? So you came back.
Yes, it did.
What makes Target Field such a great first date spot, Taylor?
Just coming out and seeing the Twins and just having fun in the sun, pretty much.
And it was your idea because you're a Twins fan, right?
Definitely. Big Twins fan.
Awesome. Well, we're going to make this date even a little better, hopefully, than your first one by giving you $100 worth of scratch-offs to the Minnesota Lottery. How about that?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Enjoy the game, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. You were both here by circle.
Mauer, Vargas, and Arcia facing Verlander here in the 5th. Strike 1 to Mauer.
Thank you for being Twin fans.
Popped up, short left, retreating to Suarez. And Mauer's retired, 1 away. That'll bring up Kenny Vargas. Vargas singled to left in the 2nd, and then with 2 men in scoring position and nobody out, Verlander struck out not only Vargas but Arcia, and then Plouffe came through with a 2-run double to give the Twins a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, Verlander threw him a pretty good curveball I had in the count in his last plate appearance, that being in the 3rd inning when he struck him out.
Popped up right side.
Good change up there.
And Kinsler with the catch, 2 away. Arcia's had a very productive homestand, a rather destructive homestand in relation to the foul poles here. He's hit 2 of them. Or flag poles, I should say. Hit the old Met Stadium flagpole. And then he took aim at the state of Minnesota flagpole. One more and he gets the hat trick. Outside, ball 1. Arcia lined into a double play in the 2nd and then struck out in the 3rd. Taking ball 2. And Arcia, who's had a quiet day at the plate, kept the Twins in front with a fine defensive play in the top of this inning.
Arcia last year 14 home runs in 97 games, and he has 14 home runs so far this year in now 74 games.
3-0. Plouffe on deck.
And that's what you want to see, improvement.
He's green lighted on 3-0.
What do you say?
3-1.
Want to sit on that or not?
Verlander making his 26th start. He's given up 16 home runs.
Fouled back 3-2. I don't know what that pitch is, but it's only registering in the upper 80s.
He's taken a little off the fastball.
Skied a mile in the air. Martinez waits and waits and waits, makes the catch. 3 pop-ups for 3 outs in the bottom of the 5th. As we go to the 6th inning, now on FoxSportsNorth.com, check out the latest top tweets from Minnesota area athletes, including Twins first-round draft pick Nick Gordon. Dick Raymer, Burt Blyleven, Jamie Hirsch, bringing you the nightcap of a split doubleheader. Twins won 20-6 last night. Scored another 12 runs in a win today. It was figured to be a much more pitching-oriented game. And yet the Twins have 4 early runs against Justin Verlander in a lead.
Yeah, Trevor May with a 4-3 lead starting his 6th inning. 3rd major league start for Trevor May, excuse me.
Encouragingly, 8 hits but no walks. Now the no walks part is the encouraging thing. The 8 hits, of course, a few too many. But he'll face J.D. Martinez, who's singled twice against him. Nick Castellanos and Brian Holiday here in the 6th.
He's fallen behind on Martinez both at bats. There's strike 1.
No activity in the Twins bullpen, with May just delivering his 84th pitch. And a breaking ball missing the inside corner. Martinez singled in the 2nd, drove in a run with a single in the 3rd.
Yeah, Ryan Presley struck out Martinez on a good curveball in game 1. There's a fastball away. That he did not have a very good swing at. He almost had the same swing that he had on the first breaking ball that was down and away. See if Suzuki wants that breaking ball again. Now down and away.
Haven't seen many of his changeups, have we? May. Breaking ball and a check swing foul.
Yeah, that more the slider. A couple times I've watched Martinez not have a good swing at that curveball that starts about down the middle of the plate and then breaks down and away.
And he missed inside.
And again, Suzuki sitting inside. That was the change up there.
Yep. 2-2. Breaking ball, but he hung it. Martinez got a piece of it.
A bit of a hanger there.
High heat struck him out. One down.
And strikeout number 4 for Trevor May. Well, one thing we have seen, that's improvement. Oakland only a couple innings. You can see the pitches per inning. Houston, and so far in Kansas City, doing a better job here tonight.
90 pitches thrown, 68% of them strikes, so he's not too far off from Tony La Russa's stated goal of having a pitcher throw 70%. Castellanos, half swing, strike one. Twins had Eric Fryer catch this afternoon because they wanted Suzuki, the veteran catcher, to try to help nurse May through whatever rough spots there might be tonight, up and in. And if you have been impressed with May's improvement here tonight, Suzuki's had a lot to do with that in terms of the pitch selection, calming May down at times. But there have not been a whole lot of trips to the mound by the catcher.
No.
To right field, into the corner. And Garcia didn't really run after it. I don't know if he thought that ball was going to carry farther. It's a foul ball.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he was going to be ready for the little carom off the wall.
Yeah,
hit the padding in foul territory.
And he probably wouldn't have been able to make the catch, so he played it
right
smartly. 1-2 to Castellanos. Breaking ball in the dirt. Six of the 8 hits against May have come from 3 batters who each have 2 hits. Just off the outside corner at 92. Very early in the game we saw May clocked at 94.
A good arm extension there, just missed low.
Full count, no walk so far for Trevor May. It's a little breaking ball, and it's another single. And that'll bring up Holiday.
9 hits, all singles off of Trevor May.
Holiday has one of the singles, driving in the first Tiger run in the second.
Like Jared Burton starting to get up in the bullpen.
To right center field. Arcia can't make the play. It'll go to the wall. Castellanos to second. On his way to third. They're going to hold him there. It's the first extra base hit for the Tigers. But now second and third with only 1 out. And Eugenio Suarez, the next batter.
Yeah, Holiday got that fastball away and hit it sharply. Arcia, good effort right there. Good hustle by Santana, having to back it up Yeah, fastball right there. Holiday taking it the other way. About a glove short of making an outstanding catch. Then Santana hustling on the play to get it back in.
Tying run at third, one away. Suarez has struck out twice against May, once swinging, once looking. Ten hits for the Tigers. Breaking ball, a foul to the screen. Jared Burton will be the first man out of the pen. The Twins hope that May can fight his way through this sixth inning mess. One strike to Suarez. Base hit center field. It'll score one. Castellanos being waved around. Santana's throw hits the mound, and May picks up the carom near the net. So 3 straight hits, and the Tigers have the lead here in the 6th.
Suarez fought off a pitch after striking out in his first 2 at-bats and hit it softly into center field. Again, that ball about thigh high. And Holiday at second base got a good jump. Dave Clark, the third base coach, sending him. The ball hitting the back of the mound and then flipping all the way back to the backstop. It'll be an error charge to Santana, tough error.
It'll be the end of the night for Trevor May. Third trip through the batting order, not a pleasant one, with the Tigers amassing 5 hits in the 8 at bats. And Trevor May entered the inning with a chance to perhaps pick up his first major league win, but that won't happen tonight. And May gave up a bunch of hits, didn't walk anybody, and comes out with 1 out in the 6th. Fan Appreciation Weekend at Target Field, the 19th through the 21st, during the games against the Indians. Fans in attendance can win all kinds of great prizes and gifts on Friday and Saturday. Then on the 21st, the first 10,000 kids 14 and under get a Joe Mauer growth chart. TwinsBaseball.com or 1-800-33-TWINS, the number to call for more info.
Jared Burton coming out of the bullpen, first one out of the bullpen for the Twins. He worked in last night's ball game, 1 shutout inning in the 20-6 win over the Tigers. Threw 20 pitches, 14 for strikes.
Trying to keep this a 1-run game. Suarez went to second on the throw. The error charged to Santana.
Yeah, even though Trevor May did not walk anybody, he had 4 strikeouts. He did give up 11 hits in 5 1/3 innings and a lot of pitches. But you can see Not much movement, pretty much right there. So Trevor May hopefully will get another start and get another shot at it.
Davis is 0 for 2 tonight. A fly to right and a pop up to second. And the Tigers roll the lineup over again with Kinsler. Royals leading the Rangers 6-1 in the 7th. Tapper to third. Plouffe bare hands fires. Good play by Trevor Plouffe.
That is an outstanding play by Plouffe because Davis gets down that line very quickly. Had only one chance, and that's the barehanded, exactly what he does on the run. You see the paws open up, get grip on that baseball, and flip it over to Mauer. See the open hand? You don't have time to really try to use the seams or anything. You might when you have a little extra time, but not right there. Just let it fly, and it's a nice defensive play.
Burton gets the second out of the inning on his first pitch, and now Kinsler singled and scored his last time up. Bounce foul with Kinsler jumping on the first pitch. Or trying to.
Burton in his third season with the Twins, 8th overall with the Reds.
Check swing 1-1
for 5 years.
Out in front.
Good change up there.
1-2.
3 relievers used in game 1. Ryan Presley 2 shutout innings, and Anthony Swarzak and Caleb Theobar each 1 shutout inning. Good job by the bullpen in game 1.
And Suzuki with a nice job catching strike 3. The Tigers take a lead in the 6th. Trevor Plouffe with a fine play to keep it a 1-run game. Event is going on now. Toyota, let's go places. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by McDonald's, where a French vanilla McCafe iced coffee is just $1.59 all summer long. Justin Verlander handed his third 1-run lead. Each time so far tonight, the Twins have come back. Plouffe with a big rip and a miss. One strike. He's got a pair of doubles against Verlander tonight.
Yeah, kind of a teeter-totter type game. Tigers took the lead. Twins tied it. Tigers went ahead again. Twins took the lead. Now it's the Tigers with a 1-run lead.
And a called second strike. It'll be Plouffe, Suzuki, and Escobar in the 6th.
Did you ever go on the teeter-totter when you were a young kid?
Yeah. Unpleasant experience, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Up the middle, 3 hits tonight for Trevor Plouffe, and 2 of them on 0-2 pitches.
Yeah, Verlander making a mistake right there, leaving a pitch up. You know, he gave him Joe Mauer that RBI double on an 0-2 pitch. Well, Verlander ahead, but the breaking ball just kind of spun right there. And Plouffe taking advantage of that high pitch and hitting it sharply up the middle.
I was interested looking at Holliday's reaction. He just kind of put his mitt down in the dirt like that was nowhere close to where I set up the target. Here's Suzuki, an RBI single in the 2nd and a strikeout in the 3rd. Strike on the outside corner. Now let's watch the fastball. The velocity readings this inning in what might be Verlander's last. That was at 90.
His last start coming on August 11th against the Pirates in Pittsburgh. He only went 1 inning. And that's when that shoulder issue came up.
Said it had been bothering him for some time, and when asked for specifics, Verlander didn't offer any. 2 strikes. He had a shoulder injury in his first professional season that put him on the disabled list, but never on the DL, as you said, as a big leaguer.
He's been a workhorse.
Two strikes to Suzuki. And he left another very hittable pitch up there on 0-2.
I don't recall Verlander leaving as many hittable pitches. Again, more hits than innings pitched coming into this game. He's given up 8 hits in 5+ innings. Jeff Jones, the pitching coach, keeping an eye on pitch count on Verlander.
Fastball up and away at 92. Now, if that's what's left, 92, that's a far cry from 97.
That's why I said you have to start hitting your spots. He's getting to that point of really wanting to be a pitcher, and you have to keep that ball down.
What the Twins are doing to Verlander tonight, other teams have done. There's a reason he came into this game with an ERA closer to 5 than 4. Two and two to Suzuki. High and deep to left center. But Davis ranges over to the gap to make the catch. Plouffe bluffs the tag. One down. Bring up Escobar. Sanford Health injury report. Indians picked up Chris Jimenez today because Gomes is on the concussion list. He was hit by a deflected pitch that hit Kurt Suzuki here the other day and had to be taken out of the game and hasn't returned. And so the Indians today picked up Chris Jimenez, his second stint with Cleveland. Here is Escobar. 0 for 1 with a walk in tonight's game.
Some action in the Tigers bullpen. Righty and a lefty. Albuquerque and Hardy. Hardy being the lefty.
Belt high strike to Escobar. That's thrown away. And Plouffe will advance. Verlander threw it across the runner, and Martinez couldn't catch it, so the tying run's in scoring position with one out.
A little surprised that Verlander threw over there. Trevor Plouffe, not really a base stealing threat, and he didn't have that big a lead. Verlander will be charged with an error on this wild throw that looked like he got a piece of Trevor Plouffe and deflected away. Martinez got glove on it. Nope, right in the buttocks.
One strike to Escobar. And now a ball.
That'll leave a mark.
Escobar with a 1-1 count. Pop foul, 0-2.
5 hits last night, 3 hits here this afternoon. Looking for his first hit in the nightcap. It's a good time to get it.
Bring his Detroit batting average back up to 500.
8 hits and 12 at bats so far in this series. Twins would like to take advantage of the error by Verlander.
In the dirt, Holiday with a nice pickup.
Very nice block there by the catcher.
2-2. Tomorrow the Twins will face the 2013 Cy Young Award winner, facing the 2011 Cy Young Award winner tonight. Max Scherzer goes for Detroit. 2-2 to the Twin shortstop. Check swing, and Holiday didn't catch that. It was pretty close to being a strike, wasn't it? I think there was a cross-up.
I was going to say, they're talking right there. You know, Verlander winning the Cy Young in 2012. You mentioned Scherzer in 2013, so they go out and get David Price, and he won the Cy Young in 2012. Yeah, definitely a cross-up.
It was also strike 3.
Holiday looking fastball. Verlander dropped the hook on him.
Full count to Escobar. The fastball got him. 2 down.
Strikeout number 6 for Verlander.
Tuesday, MLB returns to Fox Sports 1. The Twins go to Kansas City, taking on the Royals. Opening game of a 3-game series. Coverage beginning at 6:30 on Fox Sports 1, streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Certainly looks like the Royals will be in first place when the Twins get to Kansas City for their final trip of the year. Kansas City leading 6-1, top of the 8th in Arlington. Twins need a big 2-out hit. Here from Jordan Schaefer. Schaefer 0 for 2.
Strikeout and a ground ball back to Verlander.
Ball 1. 3 of the 4 runs for the Twins tonight against Verlander have been delivered with 2-out hits. Foul back. 1-1. Trevor Plouffe, the tying run. Schaefer trying to get him in. to the foul or fouled down the left field line. Back into the seats, 1-2.
.102 pitches for Verlander. Trying to get out of the 6th inning here. Any further damage?
Twins got a leadoff single by Plouffe. Verlander committing an error, advancing him to second. 1-2 to Jordan Schaefer. Took it up high, 2-2.
Escobar stayed off of that, or he swung through that high fastball. Schaefer took it.
Three and two. Santana on deck.
Verlander again coming into this ball game, his 7th start at Target Field. He came in 4-0 in his first 6 starts with a 1.86 earned run average. He has not been real sharp here tonight.
Full count to Jordan Schaefer. Up high, ball 4. Schaefer draws another walk. And Santana, who's blistered 2 line drive hits against Verlander, won't face him for another time. That'll be the end of the night for Justin Verlander.
3rd walk of the ball game for Verlander. 5 2/3 innings, 8 hits allowed. The runners on the bases are still his responsibility.
A glare by Verlander, who I'm sure wanted to at least complete the 6th inning. But Danny Santana will have a chance to.
Didn't have his best stuff, but he does leave here with a 1-run lead. But the 2 runners on base with 2 outs are his responsibility. So it'll be Blaine Hardy coming into the ball game. He worked here in last night's ball game. Pitched an inning and a third, allowed a couple hits, but no runs. 28 pitches, 17 for strikes. He's done a good job out of that bullpen.
Santana takes strike 1. Santana's been effective from both sides of the plate. One strike. Nice stop again by Holiday, and it's 1-1.
Hardy making his 26th relief appearance. 28 hits allowed, 26 hits allowed in 29 1/3 innings. 12 walks, 1 intentional, 25 strikeouts. in his rookie season, second stint with the Tigers this year.
One and one to Santana. Popped up, got him out in front. A short fly ball into center. Davis comes in to make the catch. Twins lead 2. It's a 1-run game as we go to the 7th.
Up 2-1. It was Joe Mauer's RBI double that scored Santana and Brian Dozier. Twins took a lead, a 4-2 lead after the 3rd inning, but the Tigers came fighting back with a run in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. Sort of a double play, but that also scored a run. And a couple runs scored in the 6th inning for a 5-4 Tigers lead.
Both starters out of the ball game. Verlander talking it over with Jeff Jones, the pitching coach, and Brad Ausmus. Torrey Hunter takes a breaking ball in the outside corner, 1 strike.
Yeah, Jared Burton got the final 2 outs in the 6th inning, relieving Trevor May out here to start the 7th inning.
And a base hit up the middle. Another hit for the Tigers. They came into this game with the highest team batting average in the major leagues, and they keep racking up hits.
And Torrey Hunter getting his 3rd hit. They came in hitting .272 as a ball club, and the old man Torrey Hunter continues to hit.
Actually, the Rockies have an asterisk higher team batting average. Here's Cabrera, bounced into a double play last time, 0 for 3 tonight.
Clubs have run on Jared Burton.
Strike 1 to Cabrera. Should have said at the start of the game, when both starters are out of the game, the Tigers will be leading by a run, and it'll be in the hands of the bullpen. I think most Twins fans would have taken that, right? And we'll see how it plays out. One hop to Escobar, and for the 2nd time tonight, Cabrera's wrapped into a double play. Ball hit sharply, but right at Escobar. 2 down.
That second 6-4-3 double play that Cabrera has it hit into. And Dozier did the right thing. He had plenty of time to throw to Mauer because Cabrera, I mean, he smoked this ball, but a one hopper to Escobar.
Victor Martinez 2 for 3. Fox Tracks presented by Carrier. And up high. Another score that is very relevant to the Tigers and their fortunes. Seattle won again today at Fenway Park, 7-3. And as the start of play today, the Tigers were not in the driver's seat in either their division or the wild card standings. 10 foul.
Got that win in Seattle. They are now 70-58. Tigers coming into play this ball game 68-59.
Cleveland beat Houston 3-2. And Kansas City comfortably in front of Texas late in Arlington 6-1. 2-1 the count to Victor Martinez and a foul. If Kansas City wins and if the Twins come back and beat the Tigers will be closer to Cleveland in third place than they will be to Kansas City in first place. Two and two to Victor Martinez. Burton has faced 4 men and gotten 4 outs, but he has given up a base hit. Out of Mauer's reach, and another single for Martinez.
Martinez with his 3rd hit of the ball game, as Torrey Hunter has 3.
May had a 1-2-3 first and a 1-2-3 fourth. The Tigers had collected 3 hits in the second, 3 hits in the third, 2 in the fifth, 3 in the sixth, and now 2 more here in the seventh.
Yeah, 13 hits, 12 singles.
J.D. Martinez has a pair of singles. Ball 1. Swing and a miss.
Good change up there by Burton.
Down low, 2-1. Now 3-1. Castellanos on deck. Down the line and a fair ball. How far can Martinez go? That ball took a carom in front of Schaefer, and now Martinez still being held at third. We saw Martinez score from first on a double this afternoon, but even with the ball cutting in front of Schaefer, he was able to get to it to put up the stop sign at third base.
That's a tough play for an outfielder, because if it doesn't carry him, it goes right into the corner, and it just hit the corner of the grandstands that come out right there. Schaefer hustling into the corner in case it went there right at the corner, ricocheted back out toward left field, but Schaefer got to it quickly. Martinez, of course, not the quickest of foot, is held up at third. So J.D. Martinez with 3 hits in the ballgame.
And 3 more Tiger hits here in the 7th. Anderson has spoken his piece. Castellanos, the batter. Only outs recorded on a very sharp ground ball double play off the bat of Cabrera. Shrug of the shoulders, and manager not sure what to do here. You're going to give Burton one more batter.
Yeah, nobody was up in the bullpen. Now somebody throwing.
Ball 1. He's been really good as of late, but here in the 7th inning.
Yeah, Casey Fiend up in the bullpen.
Two and 0. Given up 2 runs in his last 10 outings, covering 11 innings. Two and 0. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Oh, nasty changeups by Burton.
That's definitely Burton's best pitch, but he has a fastball and a hard slider.
Two and 2 to Castellanos. Missed low to fill the count.
Tried with a fastball. Won't be surprised if he comes back with that changeup here on a 3-2 pitch. You don't want to make a mistake. You have first base open.
Base hit to right. And it'll score 2 runs, and the Tigers open up a 3-run lead, 4th hit of the inning against Jared Burton. What an at-bat by Castellanos.
Castellanos getting a fastball down and just went with it the other way. His second hit, driving in 2 runs, now with 54 runs batted in. And it's a 7-4 ball game.
And here comes Ron Gardenhire to come get Jared Burton, who faced 7 men.
He went down and got that fastball and lined it into right field.
Everything here in the 7th inning hit pretty hard against Burton. Disastrous outing. The Tigers getting a bunch of 3 2-out hits to score a couple of runs. And it's a 3-run lead for Detroit with Casey Fiend coming in. Jared Burton in the 7th.
Might be going over that 3-2 pitch. I just thought that, you know, with first base open, Burton's strikeout pitch has been that changeup, but he went with a fastball, and credit Castellanos for going down and getting that ball, but you did have first base open.
Now Casey Fiend, who was going to be saved for the 8th inning, has to get the final out of the 7th.
Yeah, Fiend making his 60th relief appearance. Very good numbers out of the bullpen. Combined 2.70 ERA in 53 1/3 innings. Only 9 walks, 44 strikeouts.
Holiday with a couple of productive hits, an RBI single in the 2nd, double and a run scored in the 6th. It's a foul ball, 1 strike.
Fiend originally signing with the Tigers back in 2006. Pitched for him a little bit in 2009 and 10. In his 3rd season with the Twins.
Down and away, 1-1. Center. Santana ends the inning with 4 hits for the Tigers, a couple of runs. They now lead by 3.
Transmitted in any form. I was eating a grape. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
I don't think you read that this afternoon. You want to read it twice tonight? Did you read it?
I did, yes. Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. How about you kind of stumbled on it? You want to read it? No?
No, I'll read it tomorrow.
All right, now watch. I'll show you how it's done.
Okay.
This is how you're supposed to read this. Hey, Twins fans, come to the Twins game on Saturday, September 6th. To get your All-Star Game Glenn Perkins bobblehead presented by Pepsi. The first 10,000 fans at Target Field that night will receive the limited edition bobble. Call 800-33-TWINS or visit twinsbaseball.com. Thank you. Like I haven't read that 50 times before. Dozier leading off the 7th, a strike, now a ball.
I've only read the disclaimer.
That's true.
For 19 years.
Dozier, Mauer, and Vargas. Twins want to answer. A 2-run top of the 7th inning. That's walloped to left. Off the glove of Martinez. And Dozier goes to second with a leadoff double.
Well, it looked like Blaine Hardy left a changeup up, and Dozier got the barrel on the bat out. Almost a great catch by J.D. Martinez. The high pitch hammered into left field. Martinez gave a chase, and right off the tip of the glove. So Dozier gets a double, his 27th of the year. And see if the Twins can come back and tie this ball game or not, or even go ahead.
21st extra base hit of the series. And here is Mauer. He has an RBI double and a run scored. Down and in, ball one. Tiger bullpen has been a minefield this year. One and 0 to Mauer. Strike. 1-1.
Well, it's not like the Tigers have not tried to improve their bullpen, too. You know, they added Soria. He's currently on a disable list. Jim Johnson, they're hoping that he would get back to where he was a couple of years or last 2 years with the Orioles.
1-1. Bouncer right side. Dozier will advance. And Kinsler throws to first. One down. And before Vargas comes to the plate, let's check in with Jamie Hirsch.
Thank you, Dick and Bert. Well, I talked to Joe Mauer after the first game of this doubleheader because I was curious to get his thoughts on Kenny Vargas. He said Kenny is so eager to learn, and it is really nice to see that kind of passion and excitement from a guy just starting out. It brings Joe back to his days starting out. Joe said that Vargas is always asking questions, and he thought he played a great game at first base today. And he said it's nice to have that option to be able to DH every now and then and know that Vargas is going to be solid out there. And also, of course, Vargas very solid at the plate so far, guys.
Yes, he has been. Thank you very much, Jamie.
RBI in every game so far, an average of that. You can drive one in here. In fact, the Tigers are conceding it with a 3-run lead. They've got the infield. Two of the infielders are playing in the outfield grass. Half swing, but he went. One strike. Soup.com trivia question. The Twins rookie record for RBI. I'm going to go with Rich Rollins.
Yeah, me too. Wow, that's a lot of runs batted in.
Dozier will score on a weak ground ball to Kinsler, and it's a 2-run game. 2 down. Saw Rich during the All-Star break. The Twins were nice enough to invite him to the Twin Cities as a 2-time All-Star. He was here and had a chance to visit with him briefly.
Good man. Very nice man.
Very nice man.
Vargas does pick up the RBI, his 23rd.
Now Arcia 0 for 3. Hit the one ball very hard against Verlander, lining into a double play. Kinsler with a nice catch. And Arcia with a big swing and a foul to the screen.
Good swing there.
Popped up to left. Martinez has an easier play here. Lead-off double. The Twins will respond with 1 run. They trail by 2. 7th inning from Casey Fiend. And that'll bring Samuel DeDuno into the game to pitch to the Tigers in the 8th.
Yeah, DeDuno making his 28th appearance. He did make 8 starts earlier this year for the Twins. 86 2/3 innings, 87 hits allowed, 38 walks. That has been a problem for DeDuno, and 68 strikeouts.
Vargas hoping for another at bat. The Twins hope to do some scoring against the Tiger bullpen. Suarez, Davis, and Kinsler lined up to face DeDuno here in the Detroit 8th inning. Suarez with a 2-run single in the 6th, effectively chasing Trevor May. May took a lead into the 6th inning, struck out the first batter, but then gave up 3 straight hits. And right now he's the pitcher of record.
Yeah, DeDuno's job right here, put a 0 on the board.
And a ground ball single to right. 4th inning where the Tigers have gotten a leadoff base hit. And you can follow every Twins game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. Get live look-ins, instant replays, scores, stats, audio, free MLB.tv game of the day and more. Download on the App Store or visit twinsbaseball.com. 16 hits for the Tigers. A couple of doubles and the rest have all been singles. Rajai Davis 0 for 3. Runner goes and the pitch grounded to Plouffe. Davis retired, and on the play Suarez moves to second.
Yeah, look, a little hit and run put on right there, and Davis got jammed a little bit on that breaking ball. Suarez gets into scoring position.
2 pitches by DeDuno, 2 completed at bats, a runner at second, 1 out. Here's Kinsler. Kinsler single and scored in the 5th.
And Kinsler, another one that will swing at that first pitch, but not like that.
One and 0. Up to right, and Arcia comes in for out number 2. Some news and notes around baseball. Javier Baez has been striking out an awful lot, but he hit his 7th home run in his 19th major league game as the Orioles took it on the chin. Jordan Zimmerman getting his 9th win. That's enjoying a healthy lead in the East.
They had a 10-game winning streak, then they lost, and now they may start another one.
Pirates hoping to make it to the postseason for the 2nd year in a row. Torrey Hunter with a 2-out and a runner at second. Hunter with 3 straight singles in tonight's game. And that clipped him on the arm. First and second, 2 down.
Yeah, breaking ball for DeDuno. That's his 10th hit batsman of the season.
Torrey blowing a kiss into the Twins dugout. Cabrera 0 for 4. Hit into 2 ground ball double plays.
Don't say that too often.
And that ball will be trickling into center field for another run. Dozier tried to at least knock it down, and he couldn't. The ball bounded by DeDuno, and Cabrera drives in a run in the 8th.
6 pitches and into this appearance for DeDuno. He's faced 5 batters. So the Tigers coming out swinging. Cabrera picks up his first hit, driving in his 89th run of the year, right back up the middle. You're right, Dozier did everything he could to try to knock this ball down. Ball just got underneath them. That allows the run to score, and it's an 8-5 lead.
Tigers keep adding on here, and they're going to lift Cabrera for a pinch runner. Justin Romine's going to run for the designated hitter. "17 hits for the Tigers, and once again a 3-run lead. Strike one to Victor Martinez. Right field, and Arcia comes in, and the inning ends. The Tigers keep adding on runs. 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 1 more in the 8th.
Thank you, Jeff. And I'm Jamie Hurst back here at Target Field with a reminder that Twins Live presented by CenturyLink is coming up right after the final out of this game. We will show you how the Tigers were able to claw their way back in the second half of the doubleheader here today. And we'll also take a breakdown of Danny Santana's quiet swing. Jack Morris and Anthony LaPanta will explain what they mean by that. And then we'll go inside the clubhouse and get manager Ron Gardenhire's reaction after this game. Dick and Bert.
All right, thank you, Jamie. Tigers lead by 3, and Jabba Chamberlain will come out of the bullpen now and pitch for the Tigers to the Twins in the 8th.
Yeah, Chamberlain worked here last night, worked 1 inning, gave up 4 hits and a couple runs, 16 pitches, 9 for strikes. So Chamberlain overall making his 57th relief appearance. 20 walks, 3 intentional, and 50 strikeouts in 50 2/3 innings pitched.
So the numbers not particularly good for Chamberlain. There's Plouffe, 3 hits tonight. Right back to the glove on 1 pitch. Chamberlain gets the first out. That'll bring up Suzuki. As promised earlier in the game, we have the AT&T fan photo of the game. Tweet your photo. Hashtag NorthFanPhoto. A chance to be shown in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by AT&T. Rod Carew statue.
Very nice.
A couple of youngsters mimicking the stance. A lot of people tried to mimic Rod's stance. Not many could hit like him. Tony Gwynn succeeded. Here's Suzuki. And a strike from Chamberlain. Kansas City beat Texas 6-3. Unless the Twins can turn this game around, the Royals will have a 3-game lead on the Tigers at the close of business today. 1-1.
Hard slider by Chamberlain there. Looks like a lumberjack out there, doesn't he? Big man.
Yeah, you could, I suppose, see if he ever pitches for the Twins. The promotion department would roll her to the right side. Kinsler has it. 2 down. Position Chamberlain next to a blue ox. Of course, they already tried that with Jim Thome. That was a wonderful commercial the Twins had.
Chamberlain from Lincoln, Nebraska, out of the University of Nebraska. Yankees #1 pick back in 2006. In his first season with the Tigers. Signed as a free agent over the winter.
You knew this already, but he didn't have that beard with the Yankees.
No, he did not.
2 down quickly, and now Escobar 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. Strike over the inside corner. Oakland leading the Angels 1-0 for the 7th inning. John Lester pitching a shutout so far. A foul ball, 2 strikes.
Oakland coming into play 1 game behind the Angels.
That series in Oakland, he's had a little week and a half long hiccup while the Angels played really good baseball. Two strikes, and Escobar asks for time. One and two.
Saw Chamberlain the last couple of days out early with his son, hitting him on ground balls, throwing the frisbee around with him. It must be, maybe, I'm going to guess his son is 6, 7 years old. That's what's nice about baseball. Sometimes managers allow your kids to come out and participate in your workouts.
Rough inning last night for Chamberlain, a really good one here tonight as he sets the Twins down 1-2-3. Marlins next. Last year's Cy Young Award winner. Some say he's pitching even better this year. He'll go tomorrow for the Tigers. Max Scherzer against Kyle Gibson.
Now, I want to see a pitcher's duel. We have yet to see a pitcher's duel in this first 3 games. And all offense.
J.D. Martinez facing Samuel Deduno. I saw a pitcher's duel here in the final game of the Cleveland series. Corey Kluber and Phil Hughes. That was just a joy to watch. It was a well-played game. Twins won. That might have helped my perspective on it a little bit, but we might have that type of game tomorrow.
Yeah, Hughes, another great outing. 7 innings, only 1 run allowed. No walks again. 8 strikeouts.
1-1.
Deduno in his 2nd inning of relief. 10 pitches so far, 7 for strikes.
To center, Santana back, turning one away, then the other got there, one away. The bullpen hasn't been very efficient here in tonight's game. The 3-run lead has been built against first Burton, and then the run that the Tigers got against Deduno in the 8th.
Yeah, not like in game 1 when Presley, Swarzak, and Thielbar pitched a total of 4 shutout innings.
It's Castellanos. He's had a good night at the plate. A couple of hits in his last 2 at bats. Big 2-run single his last time up. Strike 1.
I think that's the first strike that that was caught. It seems like every strike has been put into play.
Deduno with just 12 pitches, and he's completed 7 at bats, and he's 1 pitch into this one. 2 strikes. One and 2. Angels have tied up the A's now, 1 apiece in the 7th. Two and 2. Twins are due to send up Schaefer, Santana, and Dozier in the 9th against Joe Nathan, who's warming up in the Tiger pen.
Safe situation right now for Nathan and the Tigers.
Three and 2 now. Holiday on deck. And Dozier backhands the ground ball. 2 away. And now Holiday. Nothing wrong with the Twins lineup tonight. 5 runs. Usually enough to win a ball game.
Yeah, I guess especially against Justin Verlander.
Yeah.
Twins scored 4 runs in 5 2/3 off of Verlander. That does not happen too often. But he's in line for the win. It would be his 11th of the year. Trevor May on the hook for the loss.
Nathan with a very high ERA, 26 saves, 6 blown saves. You know, this has been quite the offensive homestand, and in a way the losses have been more indicative of that than the wins, believe it or not. Twins lost the opening game of the homestand, 6-5 to Kansas City. They scored 5 runs right away, but lost the ball game. Then they lost a ball game 12-6 to Kansas City, 6-4, 7-5 to Cleveland. And now 5 more runs up on the board. So, with the exception of the 5-0 shutout by T.J. House, Twins have scored a lot of runs in just about every game. A 1-2-3 ninth inning. We'll see what the Twins can get done against former Twin Joe Nathan. It's a 3-run lead going to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Tiger closer, Joe Nathan, in his first year with Detroit. And it's been a very unsettling year for Nathan, who was so good for so many years with the Twins, good down in Texas. But the numbers just not what Tiger fans were hoping for.
Yeah, 26 saves for Joe Nathan and 32 save opportunities, making his 50th relief appearance. A high earned run average at 5.28.
He's the only Tiger reliever who did not pitch last night. And he's in tonight. He'll face Schaefer, Santana, and Dozier.
Nathan, of course, the all-time Twins save leader with 260. Went to Texas, had 2 very good years where he saved a total of 80 saves in 2 years. Then came over to Detroit, signing a 2-year contract.
The goal here, try to get guys on base and get Vargas and Arcia up to the plate here in the 9th. Schaefer takes high, ball 1.
Yeah, the walks high for Nathan, 25 walks in 46 innings.
Don Kelly in third base. Davis moving to left. And Carrera in center. Showing bunt and taking ball 2. Last week in Detroit, the fans who've been on Nathan were on him again after a disappointing outing, or during a disappointing outing. Nathan ended up getting the save, but he made a flippant gesture to the fans. 2-1, which he immediately apologized for. Can you imagine that? You, of all people.
Can't believe he would do something like that.
2-1. Bouncer right side. There's a base hit to start the inning.
Schaefer picking up his first hit, finding that gap between first and second.
Leadoff single, and now Santana with 2 hits tonight. Two more hits tonight for Santana, and the average up to 324. Popped up to left. Davis. One away. Don't see Santana retired on one pitch very often.
Just got underneath that fastball, create the fly ball out.
And now Dozier. Dozier with a double off the glove of J.D. Martinez, leading off the 7th. He came in to score. 2 more runs scored for Dozier tonight, continuing to lead the American League. Breaking ball over. One and one.
Nathan in his career 367 saves. First 260 of those came with the Twins.
Schaefer goes. No chance. No stolen base.
Schaefer is 8th stolen base in 9 attempts. Stay out of the double play. Holiday going out to Nathan to make sure they know what sign they're using with a runner at second now.
And the count 1 and 2 to Dozier. Just need another base runner, and then anything can happen. Two and two. Nathan's given up 5 home runs in 46 innings. Two and two. 3 and 2. Mauer on deck.
And Nathan always fidgeting out there. Just making sure that hat is on right.
Full count to Dozier. Tapper foul. Tigers kept bolstering their late inning bullpen, picking up Soria at 17 saves for Texas, and then he got hurt. Joel Hanrahan was signed but won't pitch for the Tigers this year. He hasn't recovered well enough from Tommy John surgery. He threw his last pitch against the Twins, and now Jim Johnson also added.
Wouldn't be surprised it's another fastball. 3-run lead. Don't want to walk anybody.
To the left field corner and out of the reach of Davis. Schaefer will score. Dozier with another double off the glove of the Detroit left fielder. Just a different left fielder. And the Twins get the tying run to the plate.
Well, pitch left up, and again Dozier hammering it down in that left field corner. Davis gave a good effort but came up short. Back-to-back doubles for Dozier in his 2 last plate appearances. And Dozier driving in his 57th run as Schaefer scores.
And now Mauer will face Nathan, with Mauer representing the tying run. And behind him, Vargas. Mauer 2 for 3, a pair of singles against Nathan. Ball 1.
With 4 home runs, 3 of them hit here at Target Field. Last one coming on Sunday against Jeremy Guthrie, Kansas City.
Strike called on the outside corner. Two extra base hits for the Twins in this series after Dozier's double. On the outside corner again, and Mauer with a look back at Guccione.
Looked like he took something off a fastball right there. Like a two-seamer that is the outer half of the plate.
1-2 to Mauer. Nearly hit him, nearly got to the backstop. 2-2.
Looked like he tried to quick pitch Mauer right there, the breaking ball in the dirt. Six-time All-Star Joe Nathan, now 39 years old. 4 times as a Twin he made the All-Star team.
2-2 to Joe Mauer. Grounded to Kinsler. It's out number 2. Dozier to third. And now Nathan will face Kenny Vargas.
Mauer hit it sharply, but right at Ian Kinsler at second base.
Vargas has had, by his standards, a quiet night. 1 for 4, a single and a run batted in. A pair of doubles this afternoon drove in 5 runs. This is his 22nd major league game. He has 23 runs batted in.
4 home runs, all coming as a left-handed hitter for Vargas.
That foul, off-speed pitch. And more pitchers are doing that to Vargas rather than feeding him a first-pitch fastball. At third, tying run is at the plate. One and one. If Vargas keeps the game alive, Arcia would hit next. Kinsler with another chance. Nathan gives up a run but gets the save. Justin Verlander not sharp, but he got the win, and the Tigers win a game that they desperately had to have here tonight. Anthony, the Twins scoring 6 runs again here tonight, but 6 runs in a loss.
The Tigers get enough to get a victory tonight, salvage a split in the doubleheader, and keep pace with the Royals in the AL Central. We'll update you on that race. We'll preview tomorrow's series finale next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink.